What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the adventures of Mark and Finn for our Saturday night and Go Power Rangers, our weekly recap, appropriately titled At Week's End. So we're going to go back and look at what came out this week. What is it?
Jeep.
And what?
Look on the Jeep.
And look at the Jeep?
Jeep.
Oh, okay.
Jeep. And Jeep right here, like we have Jeep.
And he's got teeth. So we're going to take some time to look back at what new releases came out that we picked up. Now that we've had a chance to read them, this is a spoiler-filled review. So we're going to be talking about the content of everything that we read.
Hey, you.
And kind of highlighting what was our favorite stuff. And, yeah, some stuff that came in the mail, some other stuff we picked up that isn't exactly new releases.
Time to go.
And playing with Power Rangers. So since it's Batman Day today, happy Batman Day. Can you say happy Batman Day?
Happy Batman Day.
So because of that, we're going to start with some Batman. Detective 1027 did come out. It's 1,000 issues since Batman first came out. And I did get the Jim Lee cover so that I could get Superman cover there. And I got the Gabriel Dell'Otto cover, which went through those covers earlier this week in our Tuesday video. But I did want to show something that I thought was really cool. When I actually had a chance to go through and read it. First off, I thought the John Romita Jr. artwork that he did for the story 4 was fantastic. Sometimes he's hitting, sometimes he's missing. Seems like he didn't really rush this one. It looked like he really took his time. And I just love his artwork to begin with. And I understand why some people don't, but for me, it's always a hit. But I still can recognize when he's like on fire. And he was definitely on fire with some of this. It was just, it reminded me of the old Daredevil that he did. It was just really good. And then, as I was flipping, about halfway through, you start getting just covers. And Lee Bermejo did a cover in here, just a single shot, not to any specific book. But I saw it, and it blew my mind because that's the 1949 Batman serial, which I remember growing up watching my dad's VHS copies of it. And since then, they even came out with a collection of it on disc, which you can pick up online, or if you have stores like we do here in Augusta, Second and Charles, where they do buy, sell, and trade. They have a lot of cool stock. But that was really cool. I've never seen an artist do that era. Dinosaurs say yeah. Dinosaurs say shh. Like that? And there was a really cool Joker War tie-in in it. I wasn't too impressed with the story itself, but the whole time with the Joker War, I've really enjoyed how Batman's just really down to nothing. He only has what's on his person, like me and Brent talked about last Tuesday on the video. And then the first shot of the tie-in, you see Bruce sitting in a dingy hotel with everything that he had on this person inventoried out on the bed behind him, like he's trying to figure out what he's got left to fight with. And that led into Batman 99 Joker War Part 5, which he finally got together with the whole Bat family, and he's taking it to the Joker. And we finally got to see that new Bat suit that we saw several issues ago in play, but not how some people might have expected it. Batman shows up ready for action with Harley Quinn on his side, ready to kill the Joker. And Joker's wearing the suit, so it's not going to be an easy fight, a fair fight. And I think in Batman 100, they're going to kill the Joker. I think they're going to kill the Joker. There is the first appearance of a new character coming out in Batman 100, the Ghost Maker or something like that. But I definitely think the Joker's going to die. Yeah, we'll see though. And moving on, I pick up Justice League all the time, and I'm super stoked for there to be a death metal tie-in for Justice League. This was awesome to get Nightwing in there. Hawk Girl's in there and Detective Chimp. That's a kind of a random team, and I like that about it. I like how off the wall and how crazy they get with it. And I also picked up the Color B because of the amazing artwork and it having Starro on it. But in that issue alone, we have Martian Manhunter back in play, and he's kind of wild carded going to Storm Castle battle on his own, and the three of them are hot on the heels. They're trying to get there to break free the Legion of Doom with Lex Luthor's help. And we didn't see Lobo in this issue. Like, we know Lobo and Luthor are working together, and he's collecting metal for Luthor, so he already has a plan. And when they finally get the castle back, you get introduced to the Omega Knight, which is going to be a big deal in this crossover event. I don't know if they're going to use him in the main story or not, but and we also got the first cameo appearance of the Dark Mindhunter, the death metal version of Martian Manhunter himself. So that was the ones for DC I picked up this week, and for the indie books. And if this is any indication, you can't really get a video with me without having something Power Rangers related. And for this week, we were awesomely lucky enough to get a Drakon New Dawn second print, which I really like how they do these second prints. With the issue 50, they did the all green one with Drakon on it. And then for her first appearance in Go-Go Power Rangers, the second print was just like this, but her on the other side looking the other way with just the all white background. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did set them side by side and look at them staring at each other. That's what I do. Again, other Power Rangers. These are all vintage Megazords he's playing with. I did buy him his own set of loose. Which one? Which one? All of them? No, can't have all of them. But for other indie stuff, I picked up Seven Secrets #2. I was very impressed with the first issue. I think it's a really cool world that they're starting to create. It had me intrigued from the start. And I think it's awesome that they have Tom Taylor doing this. That's what really drew me to it. I first fell in love with this stuff with the New 52 Earth 2 run. I'm a huge Justice Society fan. And he did an amazing job creating one solid story out of that whole 30-something issue run, and then it World's End tie-in. And it was just awesome. And then moving forward, he's done Deceased and Deceased Dead Planet right now. And I just love how off the wall and hard hitting his stuff is. And this started out the same way with issue 1 ending with the awesome decapitation of Caspar's dad. And it was really cool kind of how they keep leaving us hanging with finishing issue 1 with his dad's getting his head cut off, and finishing this issue with him talking about how strange it is that he's the one narrating this since he doesn't survive it. So I'm liking the cliffhangers. I'm a huge fan of cliffhangers. I don't like any kind of finality. And then for the Marvel for this week, it was a huge week for Marvel, which isn't normal for me. They don't really put out a ton of stuff right now that I care to keep up reading. But if there is one thing that I absolutely love and have since I was in 3rd grade, it's Alex Ross. Like, his artwork just stands light years above everyone else's in my mind, excluding obviously the legends like Jack Kirby. But it's a whole different ballgame. They're not even comparable. What you got, buddy? You got some trash? Well, let's throw it away. First off, got Marvel Snapshots X-Men, and it is issue 1. There's just one shot, so yeah. But this was awesome. I wasn't impressed with the Captain America one that had nothing to do with Captain America. The Submariner one was awesome, and the Human Torch one was really cool. And it's a really great story. It's kind of going through Cyclops through adolescence after the accident of losing his parents, his brother, and not having a full recollection of who he is and where he comes from, and going through a boys' school and seeing how the heroes that came before him kind of drove him and inspired him to be the leader and the hero that he is. It was a really, really cool little art going through there and seeing him come into his powers. And then the last 2 pages ended with Cyclops in uniform standing in front of a monitor with all these heroes that he's idolized, looking to him for advice and for help and to go save 3 of the 4 Fantastic Four members. And he repeats a line that Reed had said in a public forum earlier to Reed to let him know why it is he chooses to be the hero he is. And it was really cool. I really enjoyed that one. And moving right along with Alex Ross stuff, Immortal Hulk number 37 came out today. This series has been awesome from the start. It had just been fantastic. Al Ewing is a great writer. And same thing with Tom Taylor. It looks like Boom is somehow getting their hands on all these top tier writers, and especially toward the horror genre, and getting them over to Boom, because Al Ewing's doing We Only Find Them When They're Dead, and that first issue was fantastic. But this just built to issue 25, which was wildly awesome. And then after that, it kind of took a couple issues to catch its footing again into a new story arc. And once it did, it's really picked up. And now that we have the leader in here, it's getting very twisted again. And this one really shows you now that Dr. Fry's back and that the gruesome murder at the end of the last issue that he committed, and you're really seeing how the leader is manipulating everyone, even his dead dad. Because in the Immortal Hulk issue 0 special they had 2 classic stories from Peter David, and they had a new narrative at the beginning and the end and in between the books to kind of bridge them together on why they're including them in here. And you see how the leader
Doing
in
that,
the place
Daddy.
below is manipulating his dad and everyone around him who's in his life to get to him. And being a father, I think, has made me soft because reading those old Peter David books where his dad is just abusing him and his mom, it was honestly rough to read for me. And I don't remember things being like that.
Need that open, Daddy?
Need a pterodactyl off?
Yeah. I want to go put that in there.
Okay, put it in there. But if you're not reading Mortal Hulk, you definitely should. It is fantastic. And this is one I've been excited about for a while, and I talked about it Tuesday. It's the new Iron Man issue #1.
Down, Daddy.
And we have those beautiful Alex Ross covers. And this amazing interior art by Cafu.
Need that down,
But this is
Daddy.
a gorgeous wraparound cover
Daddy,
that he
need
did.
that down, Daddy.
And you want this out?
No, need back and do out.
Oh, leave dinosaur out. Okay, you don't want that.
Need Mendo's head down.
It's down. But Cafu's interiors are fantastic on that book. They're really good. They almost look painted, and I'm a sucker for painted covers. And I swear, I was talking about Tuesday, they're clearly doing the same formula for Iron Man that they did for the Incredible Hulk. They're taking him back to his core, to his origin, to the style and tone that he had to begin with, and creating like a baseline character build going forward. So they got rid of all the tech, and he's keeping on with the mechanics. And every Immortal Hulk issue starts with a quote, just a famous random quote. And they even did that with the new Iron Man series.
Down, Daddy.
So if you're not reading that, I suggest a jump on it. When Immortal Hulk started, it took off like a rocket. The spec market jumped on it, and stuff was hard to acquire for a while. And who knows if that'll happen with the Iron Man stuff. He's a pretty popular character, but he's dead in the movies right now, so I don't know how many people just keep up with these comics based off what goes on with the movies. But if you're reading them, get it, because it was really good. And plus, we're getting all these little wild characters that he's had over the years, like the Unicorn. You know, that was the villain that he fought in this one, and a lot more classic villains are promised to follow. You want it to come off?
No, need it up.
We'll put it up.
No, need it up. Need it up.
So moving on, I did get the Alex Ross Timeless variant for Iron Man, and I talked about it last Tuesday before I had it in hand, but there it is. You can see exactly what I was talking about. No one does Iron Man like Ross. You can see straight into the slits of his eyes. You can see the detail inside the mouth of the suit. It's just the reflections. It's just insane. Speaking of reflections, looking forward to the Silver Surfer one that he's doing. I already picked up that series just because Neil Adams was doing his part in that book, and I love Neil Adams. But also the Colossus. I'm sure that one's going to be amazing. And of course, I picked up the Alex Ross Timeless for Immortal Hulk #37. And I was kind of torn if I was going to just get the variants for the books that I was reading, because I don't like to go on huge modern variant runs. But with Alex Ross, I couldn't help myself, and I went ahead and picked up that Captain America 23. And I know he's already doing the covers for Cap, but I haven't been reading Cap lately. But I still had to go ahead and pick up those Timeless. And that's giant size X-Men Storm. And I wasn't absolutely sold on just the Storm one. If that came out by itself, I'm sure I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But it goes with the set. So I went back from last week, and I said I wasn't going to do it, but I did it. I gave Empire some more of my money and got this one because it's Namor, man. He's awesome. I still think the painting Ross did for the Snapshots #1 Submariner was way better than that one, but it goes with the set. And no set is complete without the whole set. So that meant I had to go and get the one per store variant as well. It came out last week. Oh, you can't have that. That's an original White Ranger with his Zord from McDonald's from when I was a kid. Collect the whole set. So there's the one per store variant with Iceman, Black Panther, Black Widow, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. And there goes the Megazord. And then also in the mail this week, staying on Power Rangers, I have that White Ranger Montez Zord variant. So I'm going to start hunting those down. And also in the mail, going on along with Batman Day. And I showed y'all this Tuesday. But I got that Batman 366, the first appearance of Jason Todd as Robin. And then this one came in yesterday. Batman 357, the first appearance of Jason Todd, and the first appearance of Killer Croc. Now with Jason Todd, this is his first origin because they did retcon his origin and change up really, really early after introducing the character. When he first appeared and came out, he was just an analog for Dick Grayson. He was a trapeze artist. His parents were trapeze artists. He was performing at the circus. And Dick Grayson even went to the circus to see this Todd family they all heard about. And it wasn't long after that, like Batman 4 or something, where they redid his origin story to the one that most people are familiar with, where he was the kid stealing the wheels off the Batmobile, which I definitely prefer that origin better. I don't need two exact origin stories for two separate characters. I think that's kind of odd. And those were the books that we got in the mail this week, earlier in the week. And need dinosaur?
Yeah.
And we did get some stuff in the mail today that we haven't opened yet. I did go ahead and bust the seal on them to get ready because it's a few different things. But yeah, I'm excited about these. I know what they already are. And I'm going to go ahead and open them.
Oh no, Dippy and Titan.
Yeah, if you threw it on the ground, it's probably in bad shape, buddy. You break it?
No.
That's good. But the first package, I saw this on eBay and saw it for cheap. Oh, you want bubble wrap? Saw it for cheap and thought I'd grab them just because. No good reason. The movie's going to be coming up soon. Idris Elba is a very, very fun actor to watch, and maybe the character picks up steam, maybe it doesn't. It's not going to be a hard book to acquire, but we'll see. But huge Superman fan, so I thought, why not? So I got Superman issue number 4, first appearance of Bloodsport. And that's the character Idris Elba will be playing in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. Want some more bubble wrap, buddy? In the next package, this is one that Tuesday I'm going to show y'all how to pick up a bunch of Golden Age bags and boards. It was to make sure I had everything I needed to repackage these if need be. A lot of times, no matter what I get, where I get it from, I end up just rebagging and boarding it myself. But this I'm super excited about. I like a lot of the old pulp era characters and stuff like that. And these are definitely older. And wow, this person didn't even send them in bags and boards, so that's good. Just loose books. Which I'm not surprised. I did get these for super duper cheap. And these are a lot of the old Gold Key Phantom books. Gold Key came out with a ton of good stuff over the years. You know, Magnus Robot Fighter first premiered in Gold Key Comics. Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom first premiered in Gold Key Comics. And the cover art on all these were just amazing. They had these really, really top-notch painters come in and just do work. And the Ghost Who Walks is such a fantastic pair of characters. He's awesome. So I got those loose books, which is very disheartening. These books like that through the mail. And that's supposed to be issues 12 through 17. And then lastly, I had 3 separate orders from the same shop on eBay. And I didn't order them at the same time, but the person still held on to my shipment and waited to ship it all at the same time, even though he still charged me for shipping 3 times. Which I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. You got bubble wrap, buddy? Hey, Finn. Good grief. Alrighty. Lots of stuff in here. There's one of the orders. Oh wow. Books in bags. 3 books in one bag together. Wow. Very poor shipping. So the other lot of Phantom books I got, which are also loose, not bagged and boarded. That's weird. It's not even from the same seller. Ooh. So I ended up with a giant assortment of Phantom books. And I think there's 2 of them that are doubles that are overlapping. What's the number 8 right there? But man, this is some amazing books in here. They also had a great Turok series. I got issue 1 of the Gold Key Turok series not too long ago at a local store here in Augusta. Yeah. But that's just a stack of low-grade Phantom books I was able to get, and combined, I didn't even spend $20 on all these. And they're definitely not that cheap to get in the wild typically, but you know, I found a shop on eBay with tons of stuff, and everyone can't bid on everything at the same time. So some stuff you're not going to be willing to pay the price, but some stuff you'll catch good. And for the other ones, let's see, this one did come bagged and boarded, which was nice of him because it is 2001: A Space Odyssey issue 8, the first appearance of Machine Man, old Aaron Stack. First fell in love with this character with Earth X. Another one that, because of Alex Ross, it drew me to it, hearing that that's Marvel's version of Kingdom Come, possibly. And it was, I can see that comparison. And yeah, Alex Ross has a lot going on right now with Marvel X, which is like the prequel to Earth X. Marvels, it's like an anthology book, which is more what he originally pitched to Marvel when he wanted to make the book Marvels, but they ended up making kind of just that amazing story, kind of chronicled the history of the Marvel Universe through the eyes of a photographer. Then lastly, these are 3 books that I scored in an auction, sniping, and I've been waiting on to come in. They finally did. And we have New Gods issue number 2. That's the first cover appearance of Darkseid. Oh, right there. And as I showed y'all last week on a video, I just got Forever People issue number 1, which is the first full appearance of Darkseid. And then I got New Gods issue number 3, which is the first appearance of the Black Racer. And then I got New Gods issue number 7, the first appearance of Steppenwolf. So a lot of good Kirby stuff right there. I picked up a good run of New Gods stuff this past couple weeks, and got another big one on the way in the mail. I was hoping it'd get here today for this video, but it didn't. So we'll spotlight it next week. And that's it for this episode. We got more stuff coming this week. Probably going to do another stream tomorrow. Brent has to be at work tonight. How we spoke about that earlier this past week, how his schedule right now is on nights at the hospital. So tomorrow he's off, so we'll probably jump on together tomorrow so he can go through some of the things he picked up and what he enjoyed that came out this week, and we actually get some discussion going. And then Tuesday, we're looking forward to doing a video to talk about what we have on our pull list for this week. And look forward to seeing you then. Have a good night.